There we are. Well, I've done it again. This has taken 22 days, 220 hours to get this far. And today will be one of the sand outs. But I thought I'd show you I did the perfect fit cowl line last night. I thought I'd show you the end results. And let me get the camera in hand. Without further ado, you will not get a better fit than that. I mean, it's perfect. So I need to sand it a little bit here to make it perfect fit there, but perfect fit. So we're going to go over this thing today and look at it'll be a day of sanding, I can tell you that right now. Go around and make sure all the ribs are sanded right here on the cap, where they meet the leading edge. And get all the fillets sanded and put any acryl green in it I want to basically make it as perfect as possible. But the fillets sanded out nice. I mean, the tops, I got to do the bottoms yet. So we'll be sanding on these on the bottom. They're just flowed in. Right now, I'll go ahead and sand. It might take a little bit of putty to get them sanded in, but I need to go around and check all the ribs on the bottom, make sure they're perfect. I had one spot over there on the outboard side that I really don't like how the rib was, but I'm not gonna mess with it. When I get some gloss on it, you won't be able to see it. One rib out of 72 ain't too bad. But I figured 220 hours to get it in this shape. 22 days, 10 hours a day, possibly a little more than that, but you're not going to get much faster than that. I mean, it'd be pretty hard to beat me on as far as speed, because I will stand at the bench until it's finished. That's another thing I learned from my dad. It's 27.9 ounces in this state. Which is not too bad. I mean, I wish it was 25, but it is what it is. So I put in the description that my hardware weight, because it's all in a box, is 18.8. I don't think I can get that any lighter. I've moved parts around to make it lighter. So 27 and 18.8 is 45 ounces or whatever. So how many? I could put a really crappy finish on it and be under 50 ounces, but we're not going to do that. We'll spend the extra 2 ounces for a nice shine. So today we'll start sanding with 400. I need to go out in the garage to get my gasket cutter so I can cut some circles to put on my fingertips to sand between these ribs. 'Cause all this shit's got to be sanded out. And then we'll start spraying. Now remember, I added some more thinner to my original paint. So this is pretty thin. This is what I got left to spray on this as far as the substrate goes. But this is clear, tinted clear. So it's lighter than white. So I want to get all this on before painting any white on it. So that is part of the finish, because it is going to continually get whiter and whiter. But the airplane's not going to be white. It's going to be that aqua green or whatever, and white. So I'll paint the substrate on, that substrate paint on. I'll take a half a pint of paint. I'm going to paint a white stripe here, a white stripe here. Same on the other side, and the back half will get a coat of white. Maybe white on the nose right here, but I'm not going to paint the whole airplane white. So it still needs to be light, or light in color. So don't skip. This is part of your original quart. Don't skip putting this on. You know, you figure, well, I can skimp by and get a lighter finish. No, you can't. That is still the original quart of dope. And stick to your game plan. Don't you know, it doesn't matter where you put it on at. It's still going to weigh what it's going to weigh. It's all got to go on there. We'll probably go back over with a striping brush and do the ribs again. But now's the time to pay attention on finish weight. You can really screw them up when they get to this stage. You can make it a large barge. This is 400 grit sandpaper. We're sanding out the stripe marks that I put on top of the ribs. This is one of the first Beamers I built since 2007. I think 2007 was my last Beamer that I built. And that was that Beamfire that I took to the nest. So today we'll sand and paint and sand and paint. By next week we'll be ready for color. most important part of the finish is right now. Getting this thing all sanded. And as Randy Powell says, the finish is never complete, it's only abandoned. You know, what can you live with? So this will be a super boring day for you if you want to stick around. So we're going to do some sanding. So we'll do it for an hour, and on here, and then I'll sign off, and so I can listen to something on TV as I sand. Come the end of the day, this thing's going to be sanded out. So we can get under color next week or this week. Bando the bando. I guess Charles is going to do his regular scheduled program tonight. So don't miss that. And I'll do a couple of shows during the day today to give you updates on the progress on this. And now's when I get excited. Okay, we need to flatten that out. That's right. 320. Nobody said nothing this morning. What's the deal? I got to make sure I got chat replay checked. If you want to support this channel, become a paid subscriber. Hey, Steve. Good morning. Live. We got to edit this. Here. Live chat replays on. Okay, good. Okay, if there was some people complaining about the chat replay, so I make sure to check it every time now. It's supposed to stay checked, but it doesn't. Okay, we got this to do right here. Let's see how we're gonna get that. How are we gonna get that? Little spot right there. All the spots. expect to see my Australian crew in pretty soon, or New Zealand, or wherever they're from. Of course, it's probably 9 o'clock at night there, I guess. I don't know. Old Zealand. That Magnum's for sale, guys. If anybody want to buy it, it flies just like a Magnum. I knew better than to do that. I know I could sell it to Mark Weiss. He wanted it. Mark Weiss. Fixing one of my old Tigers. I'll try to get you those drawings this week, Steve. So we get that done. We got Tony working on DVDs. Come on. I can get her done quickly, I believe. Good. Dennis Nunes was supposed to send me. You have a Super Tiger 60 DXW or whatever the hell that format is. Dennis Nunes is supposed to send me one, and I'll send to you if you don't have it, because that's basically a change I need you to make on the drawings that I got, because I had to add over here because of the prop extension, and that's why it's easier for me to build than it is to draw. Because I have the parts, I don't have the drawing. Let's see, we need 400 now. That's that. There we go. Jose, good morning. Jeff, good morning. So what do you think of Carl Fisher? Make it custom. He makes Bad Chad look like a beginner. And we got that other guy who makes a buck and hammer forms aluminum bodies over it. Can't remember his name. Ain't no Bondo in those. They're all polished aluminum. Then we got that guy, Macro Machines. He's a young kid, done a super job on his Roadster. So let's see here. Where are we at? "22 days, 220 hours, or thereabouts, maybe a little more. Later you get this. I better switch to 400. We're going to be ready to spray today, I can tell you that. I'm going to spray the rest of the substrate. Oh yeah, Derek's cool. Yeah. Bleep, blop, bloop it down there in the comment section. Cletus McFarland, do you watch him? I quit watching him. He's I mean, he got some neat stuff, but he's a privileged kid. His dad must have done something to get him that racetrack. Wish somebody'd help me out. I'd get at the indoor control line area. Big workshop. If I got a grant or something, or a sugar daddy like them guys got, we'd have it made, buddy. I'd get us some stuff. Machine shop. Okay, we need to sand this out here. It'll only get lighter from here. Keep sanding the dope off. Right. 400 grit. We're gonna need more than that here, though. We're gonna need 320 on a block. change paper out. If you look here, it's got some, I don't know, looks like maybe resin or whatever. Don't sand with that. You'll sand scratches into the wood. Yeah, Cletus McFarland. He's flying airplanes now. Them channels make big money. Big money. I wish this channel would make 1/10. I wish this channel would make anything, to be honest with you. I need a video to go viral to make any money. And the only way it becomes viral if you guys share the content. I guess it's because of the way I do them. They're not short form. The people don't have a long attention span. I need to start doing short videos, I guess. We still need to silk span this cowl. Martin Pickering. Look up Joe Pye if you like machining. He makes miniature models, steam engines, lathes. Joe Pye. P-I. P-I, you know, P-I-E, I don't know. Cool stuff. Guy's a good machinist. I guess we can start sanding this out on the bottom here. Just fill it on the bottom. Then I watched the Raccoon Whisperer for a little while. I got old just watching him feed all them raccoons hot dogs. They love them hot dogs. There's no silk span on this. I got to get silk span on the cowl. You can hear that weave in the fiberglass. That'll be something to do today. Okay, let's, what do we want to do with that? I guess 180. Start with 180 there. Gonna have to glue it. Damn. Glue it. Tape it. 30 minutes in. We'll go another 30 minutes. I'll end the show. I'll keep sanding. I'll come back later on when I got an update. The channel is growing more. I mean, it's starting to take off. Because this is such a niche area, that's why I ain't never gonna make any money at this. There we go. Got that sanded out. Come back with 400 on that, or 320. I'll sand this other side. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's over there. I need more cameras to watch. So, glue it on my finger here. Oop, wrong way. Come on. 27.9 is the weight. Now, the reason why you have to do these after you get the glass on is this area right here where I'm really putting a lot of pressure on. This is glassed all the way back to here, right to here. If you don't have this fiberglass, you'll dig a hole in the balsa. And like I said, I've said several times, I've seen many people try this style and never really succeed because they've dug a hole or whatever. It doesn't look right. Right here, I gotta feather that out. It's starting to get low there. I might have to acrylic green it a little bit. Can't go too far, get into the paper, into the rib set. So you gotta kind of watch it. Oh, got my finger glued. Let's get some 180 on it. Spend all day doing that. Carl Fisher. Let's make it custom. I like that guy. He's a good craftsman. Then you got the guy who makes cars out of refrigerators. Remember, they're cool. I don't know how you do it, but they're cool. You can see in the video here, I can see it on the screen, that this is starting to pick up a shine. So you know you're getting ready for color. I think the trick to a light finish is knowing how much to put on and not any more than enough. Because you can go way overboard. I could keep painting until this all was really glossy and looked like a bowling ball and then put the coloring on. But shit, we'd be 8-10 ounces overweight. So my thought is get enough on there. Okay, let me see if I can explain what I'm thinking. If you're going to do 10 coats total on the airplane, and the first half is five coats, and the other 5 coats are the top finish coats, wouldn't it be better to do 3 coats and use 7 coats on top than 7 coats on the bottom and 3 coats on top? So you need to get just enough that you can have a smooth surface. Spray it on and put the rest on top, so you get something to finish, so you got something to sand off. Otherwise, if you do it the other way, if you do 5 and 5 or 7 and 3, you got nothing to sand when you get you're out. So just enough. I mean, if you're a guy like Kenny Stevens that don't care about that, and they're going to put a gallon of clear on it, don't matter. Just keep painting. Keep painting until you're out of paint. But if you're on a diet like I am, where you only get 1 quart, but you got to have enough to have everything stick. And the trick to that is thinner. Now, when I say 10 coats out of a quart, because that's probably what it works out to. Actually, if you were spraying it 100%, you're going to get about 20 coats out of a quart at 50%. But at the end, I'm shooting 80% thinner. And that thinner, this is white thinner, basically, is what I got here. And we're going to spray all this on, and this will all evaporate off. And you got to have enough substrate on there that it's not going to, when you pull the tape up. Hey, Joe. That's right. Every time I have check-in sandpaper, it's going to get worse here shortly. It gets worse as it gets to the end. What was I talking about? Thinner. You can spray 100% thinner over the top of it. You know, you can't float it on there, but that'll help stick everything down. Oh, that's what I was talking about. You got to have enough paint and dope on it so that when you tape on it, you don't pull the paint up or the paper off the wood. And I have had that happen. All these things I tell you, I've learned from the School of Hard Knocks. About the striping of the top of these, and about the amount of coats, and the diet, and the quart of paint. Because I used to build some really nice airplanes, but man, they were terribly heavy. Like my front row Thunderbolt. That was a 70-ounce airplane. Once I figured out the diet, I ain't never going back. Keep painting it till the paint stand bends. How the hell I did that? We could fix it. Man, what a pain. I might do that. No, it ain't worth it. It's only out 64. Sando. You ain't sanding, you ain't building. We need a little more dope on the stripes, some more stripes on the bottom here. Okay, let's see. Hit the thumbs up button. Please do that for me. Show that you enjoyed the show, and it helps me get out in front. It does help. It does work. We'll be Sando the Bando today. Well, my blood pressure must be going up. My ears are ringing. Either that or you guys are talking about me. Okay, now we're going to get this out, sand it out. Well, if I could just leave the flap off, it'd be perfect. 15 minutes more. I don't figure you guys can hang with me for 10 hours of sanding, but that's what's going to happen today. And if you think I just sit around when I'm offline, you're sadly mistaken. I am hammering it. Balsa boogies. Okie dokie. So let's, maybe you can see better if I switch camera angles, because we're going to sand on this side. I need some new sandpaper on that side too. Okay. Every aspect of this, you got to overcome the angles. I mean, like right here, how you going to get in on that? Well, we'll try this little block, and if that don't work, we'll try something else. You got to be creative. Yeah, this works. I have to stand up though. Can't be too lazy. Gotta get up. Gotta clean up that room over there so I can get it on the spray stand again, like I did the Magnum. I just don't have enough room. I got too much. I need to sell some airplanes. I got too much stuff. Now we got to round that off, so that's the Dremel tool. Don't want to go too far. Okay. Troubled areas like this might take a few sand outs. 9 minutes more. See, I got this one. I thought I had a smaller one. I do. See, I have different size tools. This one's smaller than this shape here. And you got flats. I got contours. You got to have these sticks. Now you can use a dowel. I mean, I used to use a dowel, but these rubber things are pretty nice. You don't have to worry about digging in. But you got to use whatever it takes to get down there. You don't want to just say, let it go. Like, subscribe, and share. Get those super chats in and help me out. I need to make this channel grow, and the only way I can do that is with engagement. So watch to the end of the video. The longer you guys the watch time, their algorithms are weird. They look to see how many people like my content by length of watch time, by interaction, comments and super chats and all that. And the more people that I can get eyes on this, the more people will get interested in this hobby. Because not only is this flying, but it's also sculpting. I mean, I'm building a piece of artwork here. That's what it is to me, artwork. We're going to do an airbrush snake on this, gold leaf letters. I'm going to make this one extra special. And I will give the tutorial on the airbrush snake. We're going to use Createx colors, cross our fingers, and hope the lacquer doesn't attack it. I don't think it will, but I got to give them a call. Createx is water base. I don't think, if I dust it on and let it, if I just dust the dope on and not try to flow it on all at once, it shouldn't attack the acrylic paint. It's like that gold leaf sizing. I was really scared about that, but I switched to that water base sizing, and it did not attack the water base gold leaf sizing. I think it would have attacked the oil base sizing though, because lacquer and enamel don't mix. But it looks like lacquer will go over water base. So where are we at here? We got 4 minutes. Is that a snazzy looking airplane though? I mean, yeah. I'm going to have to educate my flying help. That is that airplane there. To the T. Numbers are right, shapes are right. Shouldn't have quit building these. But I couldn't find that spar material. So anybody, you guys in that are intending on building this, start looking now for that 1/4 inch by 2 inch by whatever length, at least 50 inches long, clear white pine. And what that's for is for old lath and plaster. They used to tack it up on the wall and then plaster over it. And when I say clear, it's clear. The whole board looks just like this. There's not a knot. The grain runs straight down this way. I mean, but it's straight. You know, it's not like this. It goes down the board. Nominally, it's bigger than 3C. It's like it's metric. It's 1/4 inch is what they sell it as, but it's smaller than 1/4, bigger than 3/16. I don't know how many thousand. I worry about that later. Anyway, but this is what you're looking for: clear white pine. This piece, this is like hard balsa. It's not very heavy. Not for hardwood, or not hardwood, but you know what I mean. But this will make or break your airplane. So start looking now. If you're going to build a Viper, go to the lumber yard and say, do you have any clear white pine lath? LATH. And because you can't use poplar, I mean, could you use a balsa spar? Yes, I have 3 of them. You could, but you're not going to come out light. That whittles from 8 ounces down to 1 3/4 ounces, which is what's in here, the 1 3/4 spar. The balsa is 2.5. I think I got one 3 ounces. You got to, laminate it and build it up to make it strong enough to carry the load, but that'll carry the load. I think I could even get it lighter myself, but you just kind of don't want to push the limit, and say, well, I do all this work and then bang, have the wing fly off. All right, I'll be back later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share the video and like and all that stuff, and we'll be back after a bit, after I get a bunch of sanding done, and I'll give you a progress update. So till then, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.